तो आज का टॉपिक है दैट वाज वर्ल्ड मैप। कंट्रीज देख लें एरिया वाइज: एशिया, अफ्रीका, नॉर्थ अमेरिका, साउथ अमेरिका, अंटार्कटिका, यूरोप, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ओशियन। पॉपुलेशन वाइज कॉन्टिनेंट देख लेते हैं: एशिया, अफ्रीका नोन एज कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ कॉन्टिनेंट, यूरोप, नॉर्थ अमेरिका, साउथ अमेरिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ओशियनिया, अंटार्कटिका नोन एज वाइट कॉन्टिनेंट। कॉन्टिनेंट टॉप में एरिया प्लस पॉपुलेशन वाइज एशिया है, सेकंड एरिया प्लस पॉपुलेशन वाइज अफ्रीका है। एशिया state a narrow water body that separate two landmass join over two water bodies. Strait of Malacca, spread Malaysia, Indonesia join Java and Sea and Andaman Sea. Sunda Strait, spread Sumatra and Java joins Java Sea and Indian Ocean. Indonesia, Malaysia, East Timor, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, Philippines, Cambodia, capital Phnom Penh, Vietnam, capital Hanoi, capital Vietnam, landlocked country. Indonesia country with most number of Muslim population, Somali and largest island Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Java, Pago. Five main islands of Indonesia, capital Jakarta at present will change to Nusantara due to global warming. Most of the islands in which are volcanic islands. Capital Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, East Timor, capital Delhi, Thailand, Bangkok, capital Bangkok, Myanmar, early known as Burma, capital Naypyidaw, Philippines, capital Manila. Gobi Desert, Cold Desert, a country that is only surrounded by land and no ocean. Coastal Laos, landlocked countries. Onsen, largest island of Japan, located between mainland China and Korean Peninsula. Iceland, dispute between Japan and Russia. South Korea, North Korea, Yellow Sea, Japan, Kuril Island, Taiwan. Lake Baikal, world deepest lake in Russia. South Korea, capital Seoul, share boundary with North Korea, separated by 38 parallel. North Korea, capital Pyongyang, share boundaries with China and Russia. Japan, largest island, Honsai, capital Tokyo. Taiwan, early known as Formosa, capital Tepi. Turkmenistan, capital Ashgabat. Kuril Island is under territorial dispute between Japan and Russia. Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Kazakhstan, capital Astana. Tajikistan, Durban. Kyrgyzstan, capital Bishkek. Caspian Sea is a lake and landlocked water body of Europe and Asia. Liechtenstein and Uzbekistan are the only double landlocked countries that is surrounded by landlocked countries. Sea of Azov, South Kerch Strait, Sea of Marmara, Caspian Sea, surrounding five countries: Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Russia, Iran, Kazakhstan. Rivers of Volga-Ural Turkey discharge into the Caspian Sea. Older name Persia, Iran, capital Tehran, Azerbaijan, capital Baku. Black Sea River Danube, Dnieper discharge in the Black Sea, bordered by Turkmenistan, Bulgaria, Russia, Georgia, Ukraine, Romania. Kerch Strait, it connects Black Sea and Sea of Azov, separate Kerch, Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine capital Kyiv, Russia capital Moscow. Bosporus Strait, it connects Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. Iraq, old name Mesopotamia, capital Baghdad. Turkey capital Ankara, spread across two countries, Europe and Asia. Currency Lyria. Vladivostok, Kamchatka Peninsula. Transcontinental country Russia. Siberia. Trans-Siberian Rail Link, world longest railway link, 9288 km inland, convert Vladivostok to Siberia. Strait of Hormuz connect the Persian Gulf west to the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea southern east. Jordan capital Amman, Lebanon capital Beirut, referred as the land river between two river Tigris and Euphrates River. Suez can connect the Mediterranean Sea to Red Sea. Baba al-Mandab Strait, gateway of Gulf of the connect the Red Sea of the Gulf of Aden, Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea. Bordering countries: Djibouti, Eritrea, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Egypt, Yemen. Dead Sea high salinity alkalinity 84.8 meter plug between India and Sri Lanka. Map of countries: Pakistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Iran, Iraq, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan. Africa, Strait of Gibraltar between Asia and Africa, connect Antarctic Ocean to Mediterranean Sea. Old name Abyssinia, old name Nasa Land, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and yet that once Zimbabwe plus Zambia, previously known as Rhodesia. Africa, known as continent of continents, known as dark continent and black continent. Canary Current Altus mountain range, northwestern part of Africa. World largest hot desert Sahara, Lake Turkana, Lake Victoria, the Great Rift Valley, Nambia Desert, Begula Desert, Kalahari Desert, Madagascar Iceland countries, longest river of the world, Nile from Blue Nile, White Nile, empties in Mediterranean Sea. Origin Lake Victoria of Tanzania, emptied Mediterranean Sea, highest peak of Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, North America, Arctic Ocean, Alaska earlier was a part of Russia, largest Iceland 49 parallel border between USA and Canada, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Bering Strait connect Arctic Ocean and Pacific Ocean, separate Asia and North America. Congo River skirts the equator twice, Limpopo skirts the Tropic of Cancer twice. Africa is the only continent from where all three important latitudes, equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn passes. Panama separates the Atlantic Ocean with Pacific link, North America and South America's Young Fold Mountains, Rocky Mountains, Alpine Mountain, Old Fold Mountain, Great Lake near Canada USA border, capital Ottawa. Great Lakes consist of hurricanes, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior Desert, Mogave Desert, and Sonora Desert. Lake Superior, largest lake, freshwater lake in the world, highest peak of the North Mount McKinney, also known as the Nile. South Venezuela, Peru, sorry, Ecuador, capital Quito, first country from which equator passes mountain in equator, Mount Cotopaxi, active volcano, and capital Caracas, Brazil, capital Brasilia, currency Brazil, Real, Bolivia, La Paz, Chile, Oza Diesel, highest mountain in Chile, dormant complex volcano in the Andes, Argentina border, Argentina's Chile, capital Setagon, Paraguay, capital Asquin, Argentina, capital Buenos Aires, Bolivia, capital La Paz, Montevideo's Amazon forest, Andes Mountains range, world longest chain of mountain, Young-Fold Mountain, highest Mount Aconcagua, Argentina, 659-meter, dry desert, Atacama Desert. Artiasa was the first Indian woman swimmer to cross the English Channel, separate Europe and Asia. Ural Mountain Range, Old Fold, Russia, highest peak Mount Elbrus, 5642 meters. English Channel, Germany, Black Forest Mountain Range, Alpes Mountain Range, Young Fold Mountains, Cliffs Underwater Canyon, Istrothism, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Hindenburg Line between Germany and Poland, Germany of defense line of French territory during World War One. Scandinavian country, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, nomadic Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Block Mountain in Germany, Jahan Valley, Vosges Mountain in France, Oceania, Micronesia, Melanesia, Polynesia, Kiribati, Tuluá, Fiji Islands, Samoa, American Samoa, Nuli, Tombo, Nakalfordes, Ventos, Great Barrier Reefs, longest river of Australia, Murray, Bass Strait, Great Western Australia, Great Australian Desert, Gibson Desert, Indian First Research Center, Himadri Establishment 2008, Antarctica Highest Peak Mount Vision Research Center, Antarctica, Bharati, Dakshin, Gangotri, Maitri established 1984, cities located on the bank of river, Seine River, Paris, Thames River, London, Tigris River, Baghdad, Danube River, Budapest, Nile River, Cairo, Ravi River, Lahore, Mocos River, Moscow, Saint Lawrence River, Montreal, Quebec, Hudson River, New York, Yangtze in Shanghai, Darling River, Sydney, Aquan River, Tokyo, Swan River, Vienna, Washington DC, Sydney. Move on to next topic, that was winds, current, and oceans currents. Pressure difference cause wind because warm air rises, low pressure, cold air sink, high pressure. Types of wind: trade wind, local wind, wind high pressure, high pressure, low pressure. Ferris cell, polar cell, obviously warm air pressure, polar easterly, westerlies. Tropic of Cancer, northeast easterlies. Capricorn, western top easterly, headless southeasterly, northeast force, coral leaves for due to rotation, north Hemisphere right, southern hemisphere left. Wind name due to the direction of origin. Meeting point of these two regions is known as ITC zone. Inter northern hemisphere south tropical convergence zone shift upward of Tropic of Cancer in summer and shift to Tropic of Capricorn during winter. Doldrum zone is seen here. Equatorial for zero wind, relative calm, polar, subpolar, subtropical, equatorial trade wind, permanent wind, easterly east direction, westerly west direction, tropical, polar. Hot latitude seen in 30° north and 30° south. Coriolis force maximum at pole 0 at equilibrium. At a higher latitude rotates and loads and blow parallel to isobar. Tropopause in Arctic zone. Tropopause in temperate zone. Polar 60° north. Perilous mid latitude cell. Hot latitude 30° north latitude headless cell. Intertropical convergence. Headless cell mid latitude gel. Polar cell. Westerlies. Southern Hemisphere roaring 40s, roaring 50s, screaming 60s, surface wind bands, high pressure descending 90 degree, low pressure rising air, high pressure descending air, low pressure rising air, high pressure descending, low pressure rising air, high pressure descending, and westerly southeast trade wind, northwest trade wind, westerly sterlies, horse latitude, doldrums, horse latitudes, local winds, snow eaters, warm Chinooka, northeastern blizzard, northern Norid, alpine, warm, mistal cold, Hemmenbore, erosion phone, Sirocco, alpine, blood rain, dry wind, Hamilton, Cosine, and Hubnom, non-discretionary, Egypt, Cameroon, Buryan, black fender, southerly, Pampas, Argentina, geostrophic winds that blow parallel to isobar line connecting the point having same pressure, blowing only in local winds, cold wind blizzard, Santa area, Chinook, Santa Ana warm winds, also known as snow in Tabatic winds, snow melted cold wind is blow in South America, Pempio, local winds, warm winds and cold winds, Hamilton, Serico, Camblins, four singles, Alpes blow in foreign winds, warm winds, Bori and Mistral cold winds, warm winds in Australia, Breaking fields in Africa. All the winds are warm and hot. Sirico start from Sahara Desert coast, Blurland, Kama Sea, next blow in Egypt, Hamata, also known as Doctor Wind, because of the green cold wind provide healthy benefits to local peoples. Land and sea breeze, day sea breeze, wind blow from sea to land, low pressure, high pressure, heat up slowly, high pressure, cold sea breeze, heat up quickly. Land breeze, land cooler, high pressure, low pressures, warm air, sea. Land heat up, cool and down quickly. Water heat up and cool down slowly. Cyclade equator, the Goryeo force in zero, no zero. Central, where wind is mid in cold age for cyclone. High northern the wind will rotate anti-clockwise. No clouds claim area, no rainfall. Conditional for large scale sea surface, what temperature, coldest for small waves in vertical winds affect the existing weak low pressure during cyclone Columbus clouds are formed, cause heavy rains and thunderstorms. Cyclone at high latitude are caused due to two frontogeneous front. Two different area masses are formed. Meet causes extratropical temperate zone difference in tropical and temperate cyclone. Only in sea more destructible, not frequent flow east to west. In land and sea less destructive, more frequent flow from west to east. Anti from around high pressure. Anticyclone clockwise, anticlockwise, clockwise, clockwise, anticlockwise. Different name of cyclone are Atlantic Ocean, Hurricane, Australia, Willy Willy, Western Pacific, South China Sea, Typhoon, Indian Ocean, Cyclone. Ocean current new found here, Alaska, Norwegian, Gulf of Stream, Northern Pacific, California, Labrador, East Greenland, North Equatorial Canaries, नॉर्दर्न इक्वेटर, इक्वेटोरियल काउंटर, साउथ इक्वेटोरियल पेरू, हमबोल्ट करंट भी बोलते हैं, ब्राजील, साउथ इक्वेटोरियल बेंगुला, अंटार्कटिका, साउथर्न अंटार्कटिका सब पोलर, साउथ अंटार्कटिका, अंटार्कटिका सब पोलर, साउथ इंडिया, अंटार्कटिका, रोजबोन प्रोजेक्शंस, ईस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इक्वेटोरियल Cumbrian and Oceans, Northern Pacific, Equator, Equatorial Counter, South Counter, Ecostan, Mozambique, Bangalore, Peru, Greenland, Oregon, Labrador, Falkland, Westland, Australia, Deep Canary, California. cold raising operating by sun, wind, density, different coldest for coastline of continent, cold area, water holding capacity less, home area, water holding capacity high, types of ocean current, surface 10%, deep sea 90%, cold water move from polar to equator, warm water move from equator to polar, warm ocean current plus cold ocean current beast freezing zone create foggy condition, roast for harboring, cold current ocean current create desert maximum is seen on the western side of the country. Mosel, Ceylon, Sahara, Solana, Gobi, Thar, Arabian, Calvalian, Abu Desert, Gibson Desert, Great Day, India, Australian Desert, India, Desert, Atacama, grassland area where there is not much precipitation, rainfall, Momana, Sahara, Atacama, Australia, Gibson, Gobi, Kilgas, Thar, Turkmenistan, Massaur, Kalvari, Nambi, Western Australia, Bengaluru current, Sahara, Canaries current, Mojave, cold, Valdai, Desert, Atacama, water vapor it gas, the amount of which decrease with the product of volcanic pyroclastic acid, dust, nitrogen compound, sulfur compound. On June 20 every year, tropical and Arctic sunlight for more than 12 hours. Coldest was increased with increase in wind velocity and its maximum at pole and is absent at equator. Vijayanagar Empire and Bahmanis. Vijayanagar Empire 1336-1565 AD meaning city of victory. Pampani, the rules of Hampi were bold light to light in 1800 by engineer antiquarian named Con Mackenzie. It's known as Hampi on the bank of Tungbandra River, derived from that of local mother goddess city of Vijayanagar Empire, Pampadevi Pampani. Contemporary describe the empire as Karnataka Samrajya. Local communities of merchants were known as Kudri Chittis. Other northern they competed with the contemporary including the Sultan of Deccan called Ashwapati and the ruler of Odisha called Gajapati. Vijayanagar rulers were also known as Narpati. Early Vijayanagar rulers called themselves a Hindu Suratan. Hampi declared UNESCO World Heritage in 1986. Vijayanagar ruler was ruled by important dynasty Sangam 1336-48, Harikar and Book of Heuristics of Kakatiyas, Salu 1485, Salu Narasimha, Tulu 1505-15, Ved Narasimha, Naras Nayaka ruled 1570, Chitramuka. Sangam dynasty 1336-14, Hariyar and Bukka 1313, founder Hariyar and Bukka, son of Sangam 52 of Kakatiyas, and title taken by Hariyar first Karnataka Vidya Vilas Bukka created the remaining Vidyanagar to Vijayanagar, later become ministry in the court of Kampali. Vijayanagar kingdom lay in the Deccan south to the Bahmani kingdom. The kingdom can divide into four dynasties Sangam, Salu, Tulu, Aravidya. Travel visited Al-Batuni Dev Rai during his reign. Nicolodi Conti from Italy visited Vijayanagar Empire, who also built various dams, tanks and canals. Dev Rai II 1423-46 during his reign. Abdul Razak from Persian visited Salu dynasty 1486-1505. Salu Narasimha 1486-90 founder. Salu Narasimha Tughlaq dynasty 1505-15 founder. Veer Narasimha Rai 1570 Narasimha. Krishna Dev Rai 1509-1529 Nelly Salu Timba, the chief minister of Veer Narasimha, placed him on throne. He built Vijay Mahal House of Victory, Hazar Ram Temple, Vittal Swami Temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu, title लेंगे Yoganara Satpuran, restore of Yoga Kingdom, Vendara Kingdom, after restoring Madhu Saha at Vamani Kingdom, Abhinav Bhoj, Andhra Bhoj, Andhra Pittara. He founded a suborn township of Nagalpuram after his mother. He was gifted school in both Telugu and Sanskrit. His work are Malay Telugu work on his book of statecraft and polity. Jambavati Kalyan Sanskrit drama. Travel visited Daruta, Barbados and Digamo Paso Portuguese travel. His court was adorned by a Digan exam. Terelim he gave permission to Albornoz, a Portuguese, to build a fort at Baktal port. He defeated ruler of Odisha in initial days. He defeated Islam Adil Khan and restored Rachia Doab region between Russia and Krishna and Tungabhadra. During his time, Yak's military commander flourished after Krishna Dev Rai, his brother Akacha Devi Rai Seized the throne, he was visited by a French rebel called Frison-Nuzin Armadi dynasty 15065 at Battle of Talikot before estimate overwin the dynasty. Battle of Raksani Tagdi, Sadish Rai, puppet ruler Tulwa Alim Rai, CMA freeing internal matter of Deccan, last ruler Sri Gupta III, 1678 AD, mission Amar Naik Rai, ruler under Naik military chief, Anga system village community, 12 members carried temple, old temple visited here, urban residential buildings here, royal southwest Tungabhadra river king used to reside, traveler visited in Batuta, Harrier and Bukka, Dotan, Barbados, Domingo, Krishna Dev Rai, Nicholas de Conde Dev Rai first, Abdul Razak Dev Rai second, Firoz Nikolsa, Arcut Chai and Royal Center, 30 places and 60 temples were seen. Royal centers, Lotus Mahal, possible council meet used to happen here. Elephant stable, 11 elephants made, possible made by Krishna Dev Rai. Hajar Ram temple, spread across 11 square meter height, 40 wooden structures were present here where the king and his family throned himself. Walls have give relief carving on its Mahanavin Dibba. Scary temple, Gopuran. Vittal Swami temple is Lord Vishnu built by Krishna Dev Rai, seen 50 now. Virupaksh temple, Hampi built by Lakhana Dasnan under Dev Rai. Second Gopurana was built by Krishna Dev Rai. Lord Virupaksh was considered as one of the most thorough Lord Shiva, and most of the rulers claim that they rule on behalf of him. Goddess Pamba Devi performed penance on a hill along Tungabhadra Hill to marry Lord Virupaksh. Fortification according to the percent of Abul Fazl, there was 7 level fortification. Vijayanagar Empire first fort to protect itself, feed and grain. These 5-6 consist of royal and sacred centers, provide architectural type agriculture, introduction by Vijayanagar ruler Indo-Islamic architecture. Kamalpuram tank, a stable tank by Krishna Dev Rai, and the Raj Sagar tank was built by Vijayanagar Empire, which was ruled by Sangam dynasty. Harrier Canal was also built by Vijayanagar Empire. Bahmani Gate, Alauddin Hasan Bahman Shah, 1347-58, founder capital Gulbarg. First capital, also known as Nagango, defeated Kakatiyas of Wrangle. Tajuddin Firoz Shah has 1397-48 defeated Dev Rai and I got defeated in the subsequent battle. Tajuddin married Dev Rai daughters. Ahmad Shah Abdwali 1422-35 shifted capital from Gulbarg to Biyadri, Delhi, Agra, Kolkata, Bijapur, Bihar, Ahmednagar, Golconda, Bijapur, Vijayanagar, Chennai. Entire Brahmani cave divided into 4 administrative courts: Tarif, Gulbarg, Bidara, Biru, and Daulatabad. Taftar, someone was governed the princely extracted revenue. Muhammad Ghawana, a trader, passive during Brahmani kingdom. Tiltal Maliki Uttazi, chief of merchant by Humayun Shah. He also reached other type Khwaja Jahan ne Khan Vijayanagar trade by on western coast of Goa, where conquered Brahmani Shah ruler who noted the cruelty hence got the title Jalim Human Shah. Traders during Brahmani kingdom, they were also known as Amir, where two types provide militaries support of Brahmani ruler Alpha Paradise Sunni Muslim from Iraq, Iran, Deccan, local self-Muslim Khalsa land that was demarcated there to run the expense of king and royal household. Disintegration of Bahmani Kingdom, Beru, Fateh Ali Ahmad Shah, Bijapur, Yusuf Adil Shah, Ahmad Malik Ahmad, Nizam Shah, Gulkonda, Kulgatib Shah, Bihar, Amir Ali Wajid Shah, Amir Ibrahim Adil Shah introduced the Dakshine's code language Persian. Gol Gumbaz was built by Ahmed Adil Shah, famous for whispering gallery architect by Yusuf Tawab. Gold Gumbaz, second largest in the world. Kulkutif Shah, the famous Golconda fort, was the first built by Kakatiya dynasty and was later fortified by Qutub Shahi ruler. Golconda is former diamond mines. Golconda Fort. Muhammad bin Kutub Shah, greatest ruler of Qutb Shah dynasty, founded the city of Hyderabad known as the Bhaiyanagar after the Bay Mati. He also built famous Charminar, and that was the whole point of today. Move on to next topic, that was Vedic age. Vedic age. Vedic age 1500-1600 BC, early Vedic 1500 there were pastoral community, later Vedic age 1000 so. Bojo Turkey is mentioned name as Indara Veron. It is similar sound wearing birth brother Sat seven under. Vedas oldest is compiled during Jandi Avastarian, meaning knowledge. They were originally passed Shruti from one generation to another. A person not created by man but created by Apurancheya. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he compiled both the Arctic home in the Vedas. He said all Vedas were Indians were Aryans. Of their theory, Indo-Aryan were linguistic group, language of Aryan Sanskrit, subdivision, Samadhi collection of hymns, Brahmins sacrifice and Rinka ceremony those who lived in jungles, Upanishad Bhaktis, also known as Vedanta, total 108 Upanishads, traditionally meant 10. It was first to compile. It started with the line Agni Meel Prohitam, made up of 10 mandal, oldest and large collection Sanskrit hymn, total the 27 hymns versus the 10,400 hymns received by Hotri deities under Agni Vishnu Varan, female deities Aditi Usha goddess of Dwan, Gayatri mantra written by Sangi Vishwanath of goddess Savitri mentioned in third mandal. Those are first, later first, ninth, tenth mandal mentioned Purush Sukta. Mentioned tenth mandal Math Brahman Kshatriya Thais things Shudra four varnas emerge the Purusha. For ninth mandal mentioned Lord Som, Lord of Plant and Somras energy drink. Som it is the oldest book on music consists of chanting melodies comprising two minutes. Chamdo in Kenya, Yajur Ved, it is collection mantra ritual and secret divided into two sections. Sukal meaning white contains Satupantu Brahma's creation meaning black. Young oldest Upanishad Katharist Nachita Yamuna god of death, Athar Dev Vedic of magic formula to word of evil spread disease plague magic divide into 12 khanda important Upanishad Upanishad Satyavan Devi taken from here. Maha Upanishad Ved Vasudev Kutumbe Kutumb meaning whole world is family taken from chapter 6 of Maha Upanishad. School of philosophy believe in Samkhya, Kalpa, Nyaya, Gautamist scientific approach, Vaishya, Kanda, metaphysics, yoga, Patanjali, Uttar, Minash, Vedanti, Badarayan, Puran, Vishnu, Jamai, oldest Veda philosophy teaching of Upanishad at most first of year. Vedanta tools to understand Vedas, total six Vedants, Sikhu study of phonetics, Kalpan study of practice, Vairangan study of grammar, Nirga study of entomology, Jyoti study of light, Chandra study of poetic matters. Early Vedic age mentioned Himati, Himalaya, and Munjul Hindu Kush, mention of Sapt Sindhu River, Indus Sindhu, Jhelum, Vitasta, Chenab, Askini, Ravi, Purushni, Vyas, Vipasa, Slustadri, Saraswati, mythical river, Battle of Ten Kings, the Yudh mentioned in Rig Vedic mention and San between Bharat tribe leader Sudas and Vasishtha and king won by Bharat. The tribe fought on the bank of Purushni, Ravi river. Society for one, it was not hereditary but based on profession. Child marriage was not prevent. Widow remarriage in New York was allowed. Practice should not reach a condition of woman was good cow. Again, New York cow was considered a well decided comedy wealthy decided Gavasti battle of for Gau. Elective monarchy hereditary but not necessary. Sabha committee of privilege, committee of common people, Vidata committee of religious person, woman would participate in both Sabha and Samiti. Ranking of officials, Purohit, priest, Senai, Amarmi, chief, Gramin, village head, Rashtra, Jana, Vishas, Gram, Kul. The worship nature and no animals are worshipped deity under Pradhan, Detroit Force and Lord of Luck, Priti, Agni, in the meter between human and God, Son, Yavagu, Rudra, God of animal, Adimati, mother of goddess, Savitri, Gayatri, mother dedicated to a poetry, vocabulary, redware, colored poetry, were used Vedic period thousands or so. The three Vedas were compiled Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, Aryan expanded from Punjab to western Uttar Upper Pass and Kuru middle part of Purvanchal. Hastinapur Aryan was used for the first time. Kuru tribe to clan Pandav, Purana Mahabharata 950 BC compiled in 4th century AD, 400 AD. Towards the later Vedic period, the shift from Doab area to eastern extension was followed to iron weapons, fluorism, Krishna ayas, Sam ayas, black metal, ions means metal. Aggregate was cheap means of livelihood. Kings also did manual labor in the field. Means wooden plugs here seen mostly in the rural area. Political organizations. Political organizations become centralized. Sabha dominated by Brahmins. Women were no longer allowed to sit in Samiti. Vidhata will disappear. Bali volunteer offering to kin. Society run system. Brahmins performed ritual sacrifice. Kshatriya practiced in war and protected area. Vaishya conduct trade. Sudra they were servant. Condition of women dethroned. Gotric clan system emerged. Ashram mentioned in Jabal Upanishad part of Yajurved Brahmachari first phase of life 0 से 25 year, Grist second phase of life 25 से 1 plus third phase of life, Samnyas fourth phase of life, marriage Anolom Vyoga is from higher caste plus girl is from lower caste, Pratilom where girl is from higher class plus boys from lower caste, A type of Brahm View marriage with same ones, other Vedic rituals, Vanadu Viva love marriage, Div father known as daughter to priest Dakshani, Hers Viva took on bride price of cow and bull were given, Prajapati Viva marriage with dowry, Asur Viva marriage for by purchase, Rakshas Viva marriage by abduction, Pisach Viva itself a married girl who is not an assassin and forcefully married of gods, other goddesses stayed to emerge, pottery, grey color pottery were seen here, and here the whole point. Move on to next topic that was Stone Age. Stone Age, देखो history, ancient time पे from earliest time to 7th century BC, ancient time में developed from 18th century AD to 18th century AD 1700 AD, period the start of Islamic invasion, modern time period. Related onwards till now, period start of British rule, archaeological through exhibition, non-written, history written. Text Stone Age used of stone to make tools and other things. Copper Age uses of copper, priestic non-written evidence. Harappan Bronze Age use of proto history written everywhere cannot be understood undeciphered. Stone Paleolithic 5 से 10 लाख, Mesolithic 9 से 7 लाख और 12 से 10,000 according to SSC. Categorized on the basis stone Neolithic 7 से 10,000. अंडरस्टैंडिंग टाइम सेंचुरीज एट सेंचुरी मीन 700 है, ये तो और समझ रखा है हमने इसको नहीं. बिफोर क्रिस्ट बिफोर कॉमन एरा और 4 बिलियन ईयर कास्ट मेंटल coordinate state divided into four two clusters Holocene ice Paleolithic humans were Paleolithic mean uses of slightly bigger older lithic means stones flake technology stone made tool making technique that involves striking a stone ground to remove flakes lower early Paleolithic 5 lakh BC से 50,000 BC as lower Paleolithic सोहान पंजाब विलन वैली उत्तर प्रदेश के रोक शेल्टर टिलवाना राजस्थान निवासा महाराष्ट्र हुंसई कर्नाटका पंगाम कश्मीर पटना महाराष्ट्र ऑस्ट्रीज evidence founded for the first time 50,000 4,000 based upon flag technology, man occupation, hunting and food gathering, living in cave shelters, upper Paleolithic 4,400 considered with last phase of Pleistocene, measuring Homo sapiens modern days, famous sites, Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh, Imanga and Nevada, Maharashtra, Didwana, Rajasthan, uses of limestone, Ostropoly, Homo sapien, Homo erectus, Homo nebulus, Homo sapiens sapiens. The skull of Homo erectus was found in Hathara, Madhya Pradesh near Narmada. तो V.S. Savarkar India archaeologists discovered Bhimbetka rock cave in 1959. Oldest rock mountain in India. Arcade Bell was the first one to ever discover few rock paintings in India. Son Valley, Jamuna, Nivasa, Andikram Paleolithic site. Other Upper Paleolithic, Imingam, Nevada, Maharashtra, Nirvana, Rajasthan, Mesolithic, Mesomesolithic, stone. Basin meaning light stone age Mesolithic Macrolithic period 9000 BC transition phase between Paleolithic measuring more climbing increase from 12,000 to 10,000 BC geography लहंगा गुजरात डिस्ट्रिक्ट में शाना भीमबेटका मध्य प्रदेश नियर भोपाल चिंपोनी उत्तर प्रदेश नियर इलाहाबाद इन बिलियन वैली बागोर राजस्थान प्रोवाइड एलिया डोमेस्टिक संगोल कर्नाटका टूटीकोर साउथ तमिलनाडु अदमगिरी मध्य प्रदेश हंटर एंड हियर्स माइक्रो स्मॉल लिथ मतलब स्टोन होता है न्यूरोजिंग न्यू मतलब न्यू लिथिंग स्टोन पॉलीस्टोन कोर इन प्रेस्ड found practice agriculture 7,000 which is 1,000 poetry to store exist flood grains black and red pottery art beam bedgar or cut pending of humans and bird animal neolithic peoples own property Mehangar old age neolithic and India subcontinent Pakistan Balochistan evidence of harsh crops like wheat barley cotton Kashmir Uzaran Gulf meaning place of birds Burjorom 16th west of Srinagar domestic buried with their master skeleton evidence. People lived on the lakeside in pits, tools and weapons made of bones and other. Chiran Gulfi Karol, it is known as Cave Port 41 southeast of Seringa Hills and domestication animal. Bihar, Chiran Bone Tool, Karnataka, Sangarkuli, Brahmagiri, Masik, Pikola, Arola, Mind. Uh, uh, Uttarakhand, Allahabad, evidence of rice cultivation, Andhra Pradesh, around Bhiman, Krishna, Tungabhadra, Budihal, Uttanur, earliest site, Nagarjuna, Kornal, Tamil Nadu, Piyampally, Kaveri, Bilan Valley, Koledeva, Mahadra, domestication of rice in 1000 BC, Garo Hills in Meghalaya, Darjeeling heading Assam, Jetla stone seen here, Kettle Huik, Turkey, one of the first human Protestant जेड स्टोन ये है और सिल्ट ये है. First metal to be discovered by Homer Copper, chalcolithic copper age, chalcolithic age, copper mines, Khetri mines, Manjalgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Garneshwar, Rajasthan. Tools made of copper obtained. Peoples living in rural communities, southeastern Rajasthan, Ahar and Glenear, Banas Valley, earliest Indian Chiranganga and Burdan district, Manupur district, western Andhra Pradesh, Malwa, Narmada, Nayat Killis in Iran, western Maharashtra, George first Parwan Godavari, Savatapati River, under Jorvi, Nevas, Dimbada, largest Chandoli, Mangaon, Nasik, Navadoli, Narmada, Karappan, Ganesh, Ahar, Katiyar, Malwa, and Jorvi culture. Barol, Captain, this bacteria does not know about horses, burnt bricks, black and red ware, ochre colored pottery. There was a whole part